It's very easy to simply stick a funnel in your head and let somebody pour their truth into your brain, and you sit there passively while this information downloads. That's a totally different experience than seeking out the facts on your own. Seeking out the facts requires a hell of a lot of work. Passively allowing a download requires no work. It is entertainment. The Ron bots do this. A well-meaning subscriber sent me a video to watch, and it showed what appeared to be a congressman reading a bill and then asking the Congress to vote yes or no. There was no such congressman. He didn't exist, because the caption said he represented the 12th district of some state up toward New England. I forgot the state, but John Murtha is the representative from that district in that state. I forgot the state. The video was obviously fraudulent, a hoax, but it was subtle enough that it could easily slip past 99 out of 100 people who saw it. Except what got my attention is that the words spoken did not match the title at the top of the video. The words spoken seemed to indicate plans by Homeland Security to deal with a terrorist attack, but the caption that some fruitcake bastard put at the top are Ron bots. That's why I don't like these people. The creepy Ron bot put a title up there that says that, somebody's going to kill us. I forgot what it said. Homeland Security is going to kill us. And you know how congressional proceedings are broadcast over C-SPAN? Well, in the lower right corner of this view screen, you saw a logo and it didn't say C-SPAN. There was a little logo and it was a picture of an onion, and you were watching Onion Span, whatever that is. Okay, so now I'm sent a video about Elliot Spitzer, the Attorney General in some district, some federal district. Maybe his office is in New York, I don't know. And this Spitzer is telling the talking head on TV. I didn't watch it because for one reason I have slow internet. So I simply read the video description and gleaned a hell of a lot of information from that video description without watching it. And I'm glad I didn't, because it probably would have made me a little bit queasy. But I can see the video description quotes Mr. Spitzer, and I see that he's telling lie after lie after lie. And the video description gives part of his credentials why you can trust this man, because he was booted out for having paid a prostitute $1,000 an hour. And this is supposed to add to his credibility among the lefties. You know, but it has, of course, the opposite effect on me. He's a scumhead. A scumhead. Where'd he get the $1,000? Well, from the taxpayers. Gave it to a prostitute. He zips up his pants and appears on TV and tells lies about the Federal Reserve banking system. The absolute scumhead. And down at the very bottom of the description, among the tags, is the words that I have just grown to despise: RONPAUL. So I feel compelled to check out Elliot Spitzer and to see what his connections are. But I noticed, among other things, somebody took up for him. Somebody wrote an editorial piece or a blurb or a blog or, what's the name? And he calls himself an investigative reporter. A sack of SHIT, calling himself an investigative reporter. I hereby appoint you an investigative reporter. You, listening to this, you are now an investigative reporter, and you have every bit the credentials of this dude named Greg. I don't know the dude, I just know he's a leftist. Greg Palast. He's a leftist of the sort that would attend labor union meetings and plan devious political dirty tricks, such as masquerading as Republicans and trying to promote the presidential campaign of Ron Paul. Union workers in New England act as though they're about to, what's the word? It's almost tempting to be as crude and vulgar as they are. And I'm going to resist this time and not do it. You just don't, if you grew up with a bunch of Boy Scouts, you know Boy Scouts. And it'd be hard for somebody to impersonate a Boy Scout or a former Boy Scout without eventually setting off your alarms. You'll sense that there's an imposter in our midst. The dude just doesn't fit in. He's different. You don't know what's different about him, but eventually, your suspicions are raised, and you begin to look, and you find out he's a fraud. These frauds appear on the internet, and I give them a generic term, Paul-tard. They're phony Republicans promoting a phony Republican candidate, pretending to be conservatives, but all they're doing is putting forth this New World Order BS, abolish the Fed BS, and their followers, the followers of this cult, are those who simply allow the material to be downloaded passively into their brains. Then they go out and pretend to be informed. And when you meet up with them, they seem to know a lot. But they're just little automatons. These are Paul-tards. Now you know generally what I'm talking about when I say Paul-tards. Even though I wouldn't know one if I saw one on the street. I only know what they look like on YouTube.